Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English in Mastery. My name is Natasha, and I'm really glad you're here because today's episode is going to change the way you speak English forever. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever paused because you didn't know what to say next, or if you've ever wished that English could feel more natural for you, then you're absolutely in the right place. Today, we're learning how to describe anything in English, using real everyday language that native speakers actually use. This is not about memorizing long lists or complicated grammar. This is about real communication, clear, confident, natural English that you can use at work, at school, with friends, online, or anywhere in the world. Before we start, take a deep breath and get comfortable, if you want. Grab a notebook, because in this lesson we're going to build your fluency step by step, using simple but powerful techniques that truly work. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to describe objects, people, places, feelings, actions, routines, and even your thoughts with confidence. Now, let's begin with something familiar. When most learners think about fluency, they imagine speaking fast. But real fluency isn't about speed. It's about clarity, detail, and comfort. It's about being able to talk about what you see, what you feel, what you do, and what you think without getting stuck. And one of the best ways to train this skill is to practice describing your surroundings. So let's start simple. Imagine you are sitting exactly where you are right now. Look around quickly. Maybe you see a table, your phone, a cup of coffee, a chair, or a bag. Most learners stop at the basic sentences. This is my phone. This is my table. But that doesn't help fluency grow. What helps is adding layers of natural details, one at a time. For example, instead of saying, "This is my phone," try this. "This is my phone. It's black and a little cold to the touch. The screen is smooth, and I use it every morning to check my messages." Do you hear the difference? Nothing complicated, just small, real-life details. But suddenly, your English becomes clearer and more alive, and most importantly, you start speaking without hesitation. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly. The cup is white. Good. Now let's add the next layer. The cup is white and warm because I just made tea. Add one more. The cup is white and warm because I just made tea, and it smells really comforting. Do you feel how the picture becomes clearer with every sentence? This is the foundation of natural English, adding small, realistic details. Details that native speakers naturally include when they talk. Now, let's try another familiar example. Food. Most learners say, "I ate bread this morning." That's correct, but very short. Let's expand it naturally. I ate warm bread this morning with a little butter, and it tasted soft and fresh. Again, nothing complicated, just real words from daily life. Let's do a quick exercise. Think about your breakfast yesterday. Take 1 second. Now describe it. Aloud if you can. Say the food, say the taste, say the temperature, say the smell, say where you were, even if it's simple. This trains your brain to think in English, not translate. Next, let's practice describing people. This is one of the most useful skills in everyday conversation. If someone asks, "Who is that?" many learners answer, "That's my friend." but native speakers almost always add one or two details. Try this. That's my friend. She has long, dark hair, and she's wearing a light blue jacket today. Or that's my friend. He's tall, and he always speaks with a calm voice. See simple, natural, real. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly. He is tall. Now add one layer. He is tall and has short black hair. Add one more. He is tall, has short black hair. And he looks relaxed today. These are real-life expressions that native speakers actually use every single day. Now, let's expand your skill even further by describing places. Imagine someone asks you, "What is your city like?" Most learners answer, "My city is big," but big tells us almost nothing. Let's make it come alive. My city is big and always busy. The streets are full of cars and people, and the buildings are tall and bright at night. Do you see how your listener can now imagine it clearly? Let's practice describing your room. Repeat after me. My room is small. Add a detail. My room is small and quiet. Add another. My room is small, quiet, and has soft light in the morning. Small steps, big improvement. Now let's talk about something even more powerful, the five senses. If you describe with the senses sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, your English becomes richer instantly. For example, the apple is red becomes the apple is red, shiny, and sweet when I bite into it. Or the bread is warm becomes the bread is warm, soft, and smells amazing. This is how native speakers naturally describe everyday things. Here's a quick practice sentence. Repeat after me. The coffee is hot. Add more. The coffee is hot and smells strong. Add one more. The coffee is hot, smells strong, and feels comforting in my hands. Perfect. Now, the next step is understanding that the goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is expression. If you can add details naturally, your grammar will improve through usage. The more you describe, the more patterns you start to notice. Before we end this first section, here's a simple daily practice for you. Every morning, choose one object around you and describe it using at least 5 sentences. Start small, then add details. After 1 week, you will feel your fluency start to shift. And trust me, this small habit can change everything. As we continue, let's explore one of the most practical skills for building long, natural sentences adding context. Context answers simple questions like where, when, how, and why. When you add even one of these details, your English immediately becomes more engaging and complete. For example, instead of saying, "I studied today," you can say, "I studied today at a small cafe near my house." Add one more detail, and it becomes even stronger. I studied today at a small cafe near my house while drinking hot tea. These are the kinds of sentences native speakers use effortlessly. And you can too by practicing step-by-step expansion. Let's try it together. Repeat slowly. I walked outside. Add where. I walked outside into the garden. Add when. I walked outside into the garden early this morning. Add feeling. I walked outside into the garden early this morning, and the cool air made me feel awake. No difficult vocabulary, just real, everyday English. Now, let's move into another essential skill describing your daily routine with depth. Daily routines are perfect for fluency practice because they're part of your real life. You already know the details, so your brain doesn't overthink. Most learners say things like, I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went to work. But we want to turn these simple actions into smooth, natural descriptions. For example, instead of I woke up, you can say I woke up a little later than usual. And for a moment, I just lay in bed enjoying the quiet. Or instead of I ate breakfast, try I ate a quick breakfast of warm toast and tea before starting my day. See how natural these sound. These are the kinds of sentences you hear in podcasts, conversations, and interviews by native speakers. Let's practice your morning routine together. Repeat each sentence with me. I woke up at 7. Add a detail. I woke up at 7 and stretched my arms to shake off the sleep. Add another. I woke up at 7, stretched my arms to shake off the sleep, and looked out the window at the soft morning light. This is how you train your fluency, by adding one small detail at a time. Now let's expand to actions throughout the day. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your afternoon?" instead of answering, "It was okay." Let's practice giving a fuller, more engaging response. Try this in the afternoon. I went to work on a project, and I listened to some music while I focused. Or in the afternoon, I felt a bit tired, so I made myself a cup of coffee and took a short break before continuing. These small details make your English sound warm and human, and they help people connect with your story. Now, let's talk about something extremely important, describing emotions. Many learners only use basic words like happy, sad, tired, and bored. These are correct, but they don't express how you actually feel. Native speakers almost always describe emotions with context, behavior, or physical sensations. For example, I'm tired becomes, I'm tired because I didn't sleep well last night. I'm bored becomes, I'm a little bored. So I'm looking for something interesting to do. I'm excited becomes, I'm excited because something good might happen today. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly. I feel happy. Add a detail. I feel happy because the weather is nice today. Add another detail. I feel happy because the weather is nice today, and I have time to relax. This is how you turn emotions into complete, fluent thoughts. Now let's expand your emotional vocabulary with natural phrases native speakers use. Often I feel calm, I feel overwhelmed, I feel curious, I feel motivated, I feel relieved, I feel a little distracted today. These are real, commonly used expressions that will instantly make your English feel more authentic. Let's practice one more emotional description. Repeat after me, I felt nervous before the meeting. But once it started, I relaxed. Now add atmosphere. I felt nervous before the meeting, but once it started, I relaxed because everyone was friendly and understanding. This is how you build emotional fluency. Now, let's move into describing actions with richness, because actions help you tell stories. For example, instead of I cooked dinner, try I cooked dinner tonight, and the kitchen smelled amazing. Or I cooked dinner tonight and tried a new recipe that turned out better than I expected. Again, simple, real, natural. Let's practice describing an action together. Repeat, I washed the dishes. Add a detail. I washed the dishes after dinner. Add atmosphere. I washed the dishes after dinner while listening to music. Add a final layer. I washed the dishes after dinner while listening to music, and it helped me relax. This is the kind of descriptive rhythm that native speakers use naturally when they talk about their day. Now, here's a powerful exercise for you to try tonight, before you go to bed. Take 1 minute to describe 3 things you did today. Use this pattern: action, detail, feeling, extra detail. For example, I took a short walk in the afternoon. The weather was warm and the sunlight felt good. It helped me clear my mind. Practicing like this for even 1 minute a day will transform your fluency over time. Before we close this part, let's talk about internal thinking. Fluency grows when you describe things not only out loud, but also in your mind. Whenever you see something, try to name it in English. When you feel something, try to describe it in 1 sentence. When you do something, think about how to say it naturally. This habit helps you stop translating and start thinking directly in English, which is one of the biggest milestones in fluency. Now, let's go deeper into something that truly separates beginners from confident speakers using sensory language and atmosphere to make your English sound alive. When native speakers describe something, they don't just say what it is, they tell you how it feels, how it sounds, and how it affects them. And this is exactly what makes their speech rich and memorable. Let's start with a simple, everyday action: making coffee. Most learners say, I made coffee. That's correct, but very basic. Let's expand it naturally. I made a cup of coffee this morning, and the smell was warm and comforting. Add another layer. I made a cup of coffee this morning, and the smell was warm and comforting. The steam rose slowly as I held the cup in my hands. This is not difficult English. It's just real English. The kind people use when they're telling stories or sharing their day. Let's practice together. Repeat after me, I opened the window. Add 1 sensory detail. I opened the window and felt a cool breeze on my face. Add atmosphere. I opened the window and felt a cool breeze on my face. The air smelled fresh after the rain. This type of description builds fluency and emotional connection at the same time. Now, let's move into something extremely important: describing reactions. Reactions show your personality and help listeners connect with you. For example, I tried a new dessert today becomes I tried a new dessert today, and it was sweeter than I expected. Or I watched a movie becomes I watched a movie last night, and I couldn't stop laughing at some of the scenes. These natural additions show your human experience. They are the small pieces of language that make you sound fluent without trying too hard. Let's practice with another sentence. Repeat slowly, I read a book yesterday. Add a reaction. I read a book yesterday, and I really liked the main character. Add a reason. I read a book yesterday, and I really liked the main character because his personality felt relatable. Now the sentence feels complete and engaging. Next, we are going to practice describing movement and actions with flow. Movement brings life to your speaking. It shows what is happening in the moment and helps listeners imagine the scene. For example, I walked to the store becomes I walked to the store this afternoon, enjoying the quiet streets. Or I cleaned my room becomes I cleaned my room today, slowly organizing everything on my desk. Notice the difference. One sounds like a list, the other sounds like real communication. Let's try another. Repeat. I sat down to study. Add a detail. I sat down to study and opened my notebook. Add rhythm. I sat down to study, opened my notebook, and took a deep breath to focus. Again, all simple English, but structured in a natural way. Now, let's shift to describing thoughts and internal states, which is an advanced but essential part of real fluent English. Many learners only describe what they do, but native speakers often describe what they think as well. For example, I don't know what to do becomes I'm not sure what to do. So I'm taking a moment to think. Or I'm confused becomes I'm a little confused, and I'm trying to understand the situation. Let's practice internal descriptions together. Repeat slowly, I'm thinking about my plans. Add clarity. I'm thinking about my plans for the weekend. Add tone. I'm thinking about my plans for the weekend, and I feel excited already. Now, let's turn to describing your environment. Another powerful fluency builder. Look around the space you're in right now. Most learners think of naming objects, but describing environment means describing mood, light, temperature, and sound. Instead of saying, I'm in my room, try I'm in my room right now. And the light is soft and warm. Add sound. I'm in my room right now, and the light is soft and warm. I can hear faint traffic outside. Add emotion. I'm in my room right now, and the light is soft and warm. I can hear faint traffic outside, and the quiet makes it easy to relax. This is how native speakers naturally describe settings in conversations, journals, podcasts, and interviews. Let's practice one together. Repeat. I'm sitting at my desk. Add detail. I'm sitting at my desk, and my laptop is open in front of me. Add sensory detail. I'm sitting at my desk. My laptop is open in front of me, and there's a gentle breeze from the window. Add emotion. I'm sitting at my desk. My laptop is open in front of me, and there's a gentle breeze from the window that makes me feel calm. Perfect. Now, let's explore comparisons, because comparisons make your descriptions stronger and more vivid. For example, instead of saying the night was dark, try the night was as dark as ink. Or instead of saying the room is warm, try the room feels warm, like stepping into a cozy blanket. Native speakers use comparisons constantly because they help the listener imagine the scene clearly. Let's practice a simple one. Repeat after me. The sky is blue. Now compare. The sky is as blue as the ocean on a clear day. One more. He runs fast. He runs fast. Like he's chasing the wind. These comparisons are real, practical, and used widely in everyday English. Now let's practice expressing subtle emotions, the kind that native speakers mention often. I feel a little overwhelmed today. I feel peaceful when I sit near the window. I feel restless, like I need to move around a bit. These phrases help you describe emotional shades, not just basic feelings. Try this exercise with me. Repeat, I feel tired. Now expand it. I feel tired, but my mind is still active. Add comparison. I feel tired, but my mind is still active, like a phone running on low battery. You see how clear and relatable that becomes. Before we finish this section, let's practice one more fluency technique, adding motivation or intention. For example, I'm studying English becomes I'm studying English because I want to communicate confidently with people around the world. Or I'm taking a break becomes I'm taking a short break to reset my mind before continuing. Let's practice together. Repeat, I'm learning new vocabulary. Add intention. I'm learning new vocabulary to express myself more clearly. Add emotion. I'm learning new vocabulary to express myself more clearly, and it feels rewarding. These layers make your English powerful and meaningful. Now, let's continue building your fluency by moving into situational descriptions. One of the most useful skills for real-life English conversation. Situations help you connect different types of sentences, actions, emotions, senses, background details into one smooth description. This is exactly how native speakers talk in daily life. Let's begin with a simple scenario walking into a cafe. Many learners would just say, I went to a cafe. But native speakers almost always describe the little details around them. Here's a natural version. I walked into a small cafe near my house, and the warm smell of fresh coffee hit me right away. Add a visual detail. The lights were soft, and a few people were quietly working on their laptops. Add sound. I walked into a small cafe near my house, and the warm smell of fresh coffee hit me right away. The lights were soft, and a few people were quietly working on their laptops while calm music played in the background. Suddenly, you're not just naming a place, you're creating a picture. This is the kind of English that keeps listeners engaged. Let's practice this skill together. Repeat slowly. I went to a cafe this morning. Add detail. I went to a cafe this morning and ordered a cup of tea. Add atmosphere. I went to a cafe this morning, ordered a cup of tea, and sat near the window where the sunlight felt warm on my face. Simple, real, natural. Now, let's explore everyday movement descriptions. Because movement gives energy to your speaking. For example, I walked to the bus stop. Now enhance it. I walked to the bus stop, and the air felt cool after the morning rain. Add another layer. I walked to the bus stop, and the air felt cool after the morning rain. The street was quiet except for the sound of cars passing by slowly. Movement plus environment plus senses. Fluent speaking. Try another with me. Repeat. I went grocery shopping. Add detail. I went grocery shopping and picked up some fresh vegetables. Add experience. I went grocery shopping and picked up some fresh vegetables. The store was a bit crowded, but everything smelled fresh. This is the type of natural English you hear from native speakers talking about their day. Now let's shift into micro-storytelling, a powerful fluency tool that uses small real-life moments to build long, coherent descriptions. Micro stories are perfect because they don't require creativity, they're based on daily experiences. Let's build one together. Start with yesterday. I went for a short walk. Add detail. Yesterday. I went for a short walk around my neighborhood. Add senses. The air felt cool, and the leaves made a soft sound under my shoes. Add emotion. It helped me clear my mind after a busy morning. Add a closing detail. I felt much better by the time I returned home. Now you've created a complete, natural-sounding mini-story. Let's try another one. Repeat slowly. This afternoon. I made lunch. Add detail. This afternoon. I made lunch a simple bowl of noodles. Add senses. The steam rising from the pot smelled comforting. Add reaction. It tasted better than I expected, and eating it made me feel relaxed. When you combine action, detail, senses, and emotion, your English becomes smooth and engaging. Now let's focus on one of the strongest fluency skills of all describing interactions with people. Conversations often involve describing what someone did, how they looked, and what the atmosphere felt like. For example, I met my friend today becomes, I met my friend today, and she looked really cheerful with a bright blue scarf. Add interaction. We talked for a few minutes outside the store while the wind blew lightly around us. Or try this one. Repeat. I talked to my coworker. Add context. I talked to my coworker during lunch. Add detail. I talked to my coworker during lunch, and we laughed about something funny that happened in the morning. Add emotion. Talking to him made the rest of the day feel lighter. These are real-life phrases that native speakers use constantly. Now, let's practice describing unexpected moments, the kind that always happen in daily life. For example, I forgot my umbrella today. Expand it, I forgot my umbrella today. And of course, it started raining the moment I stepped outside. Add reaction, I forgot my umbrella today. And of course, it started raining the moment I stepped outside. I had to walk quickly, but the cool rain actually felt refreshing. When you describe unexpected events like this, your English becomes more dynamic and natural. Next, we'll shift to describing spaces and settings, an essential skill for podcasts, interviews, exams, and real conversations. Let's begin with a living room. Most learners say, "My living room is big," but let's make it sound more fluent. My living room is large and bright. Sunlight comes through the big window in the afternoon. Add atmosphere. It always feels peaceful, especially when I sit on the couch with a cup of tea. Or let's try describing a street. Repeat slowly. The street is busy. Add detail. The street is busy with cars and people walking quickly. Add senses. The street is busy with cars and people walking quickly. The sound of horns and footsteps fills the air. Add emotion. It feels a little chaotic, but also full of life. This is the type of natural English that makes your speech memorable. Now let's practice quiet settings, which are just as useful. Repeat. The park is quiet. Add layers. The park is quiet in the early morning. The grass is still wet from the night, and birds are softly singing in the trees. Simple, beautiful, and easy to imagine. Before we end this section, let's expand into quick storytelling drills short. Realistic stories to build fluency. Here's one this morning. I almost missed the bus. I rushed out the door with my bag in one hand and my phone in the other. The bus was already at the stop, but I managed to catch it just in time. I felt relieved and a little out of breath, but also proud of my quick reflexes. These drills help you speak longer without pausing or translating. One more last night. I couldn't sleep, so I made myself a cup of warm milk. I sat near the window and watched the quiet street outside. The soft light made the whole room feel calm, and after a few minutes, I finally felt sleepy. This is real, everyday English. Now, let's continue by exploring one of the most powerful areas of fluency, describing past experiences in a clear, natural way. This is one of the most common conversation topics in real life. People love asking questions like, "What did you do yesterday? How was your weekend?" Or, "Did anything interesting happen today?" And when you can answer with rich detail, you sound instantly more fluent. Let's start with a simple moment from the past. A basic sentence might be yesterday. I stayed home. But let's expand it into natural English yesterday. I stayed home and spent most of the morning cleaning my room. Add emotional reflection. It felt good to organize everything after a busy week. Add a sensory detail. The room smelled fresh afterward, and the space felt lighter. Now we have a complete, engaging description that sounds like something a native speaker would naturally say in conversation or on a podcast. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly yesterday. I cooked dinner. Add detail. Yesterday, I cooked dinner for myself. Add description. I cooked dinner for myself. And the kitchen smelled amazing while the food was on the stove. Add a feeling. I cooked dinner for myself. And the kitchen smelled amazing while the food was on the stove. It made the evening feel warm and comforting. This type of storytelling transforms simple actions into fluent English. Now let's expand into events that involve other people, because most conversations include interactions. For example, instead of saying, "I met my friend," try, "I met a friend this afternoon, and we had a short but really nice conversation outside a small bookstore." Add a reaction. "Talking to her lifted my mood for the rest of the day." These kinds of sentences make your English feel human, warm, and relatable. Let's practice one more. Repeat last weekend. I visited my parents. Add detail. Last weekend. I visited my parents and stayed for lunch. Add senses. The smell of my mom's cooking filled the whole house. Add emotion. It reminded me of my childhood, and I felt completely at ease. Do you see how naturally the description flows? Now, let's move into a deeper skill describing unexpected or funny moments, which makes your speaking more expressive and enjoyable. Try this yesterday. I spilled water on my shirt right before leaving the house. Add reaction. I spilled water on my shirt right before leaving the house. And I had to change quickly because I didn't want to show up with a big wet spot. Add humor. It wasn't a big deal, but it definitely made my morning more chaotic than usual. Native speakers often add humor or light reflection to everyday stories, and you can practice this too. Now let's practice describing pleasant surprises. Another common topic. Repeat after me this morning. I found a message from an old friend. Add detail. This morning. I found a message from an old friend, and I smiled as soon as I saw her name. Add emotion. It brought back so many memories and made the start of my day feel special. Again, all simple expressions, but put together in a natural and fluent way. Now let's focus on describing weather and atmosphere, because these topics appear constantly in daily conversation. But instead of saying it's hot or it's raining, let's practice natural descriptive English. Repeat slowly, it's raining outside. Add detail. It's raining outside, and the sound on the roof is soft and steady. Add mood. It's raining outside, and the sound on the roof is soft and steady. It makes the whole room feel peaceful. Or try describing a sunny day. The sun is bright today, and the sky looks completely clear. Add feeling. The warm light makes me feel energized. Let's practice together. It's cold today. Add detail. It's cold today, and the wind feels sharp when it hits my face. Add atmosphere. It's cold today, and the wind feels sharp when it hits my face. But the air is fresh and clean. This kind of descriptive weather language is used all the time in native English conversations. Now, let's move into describing routines in the past, because this builds storytelling flexibility. Instead of saying, when I was a child, I played outside. Try when I was a child. I played outside almost every day after school. Add detail. My friends and I used to run around the neighborhood until the sky turned orange. Add emotion. Those moments always felt free and full of energy. This is natural storytelling. Let's practice one more time. Repeat slowly when I was younger. I spent a lot of time reading. Add detail. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time reading in my room. Add atmosphere. The afternoon light was always soft, and the house felt quiet. Add emotion. Those peaceful moments helped me fall in love with stories. Now we're going to shift into a crucial part of fluency building transitions between ideas. Transitions help your speech flow smoothly, and they are used constantly by native speakers. Some simple transitions include after that, later in the day, in the evening, at the same time, because of that, as a result. Let's practice using transitions in a past description. Repeat after me, I finished work at 5. Add transition, I finished work at 5, and after that, I went for a short walk. Add detail. I finished work at 5, and after that, I went for a short walk to clear my mind. Add closing thought. It helped me feel more relaxed for the rest of the evening. Now your speech has structure, rhythm, and natural flow. Let's try one more drill. Repeat slowly, I cleaned the kitchen. Add transition. I cleaned the kitchen, and then I played some music while I washed the dishes. Add emotion. It turned a simple chore into something a little more enjoyable. These are small but powerful improvements that make your English sound more fluid. Before we end this section, let's practice a complete short story together, using everything we've learned: actions, senses, emotions, transitions, atmosphere, and reactions. Repeat slowly. Yesterday morning. I woke up earlier than usual. The room felt cool and quiet, and soft light was coming through the curtains. After that, I made myself a cup of tea, and the warm smell filled the kitchen. Later in the morning, I went for a walk around my neighborhood. The streets were calm, and the air felt fresh after a light rain. By the time I returned home, I felt refreshed and ready for the day. Simple, natural, and fluent. Now, let's move forward into another essential part of real fluency, describing the future. Many learners only use short sentences like, I will study tomorrow or I'm going to travel next week. These are correct, but very limited. In real conversations, native speakers talk about the future with more detail, more color, and more emotion. Let's begin with something simple. Repeat slowly, I will study tomorrow. Add place. I will study tomorrow at the library. Add purpose. I will study tomorrow at the library so I can finish the project. Add feeling. I will study tomorrow at the library so I can finish the project. And I'm actually feeling motivated to do it. Do you notice how the sentence becomes full and natural? This is the kind of future description that helps you connect with listeners. Let's try another one. I will travel next month. Expand it. I will travel next month to visit my cousins in another city. Add a plan. We're planning to try some new restaurants together. Add anticipation. I'm really looking forward to the trip because I need a break from my routine. This structure, action, place, plan. Emotion is used constantly by native speakers. Now, let's practice short routine planning. Something people talk about every day. Repeat after me tomorrow. I will wake up early. Add a detail. Tomorrow. I will wake up early and go for a short walk. Add intention. I will wake up early, go for a short walk, and clear my mind before starting work. Add expectation. I hope the weather will be nice because it always makes the morning feel better. Everyday future language doesn't need to be complicated, it just needs small, natural details. Now, let's explore future intentions, which is an important part of expressing yourself clearly. For example, I'm planning to read more this year. Add detail. I'm planning to read more this year, especially books about personal growth. Add emotion. I feel excited because reading always inspires me. Or I want to improve my English. Expand it. I want to improve my English so I can communicate confidently at work and when I travel. These small additions help your speaking feel purposeful and natural. Next, we're going to explore the powerful tool of future imagination, which native speakers use often, especially in casual conversation or storytelling. Let's try a simple scenario. Repeat slowly. One day, I want to live near the ocean. Add sensory detail. One day, I want to live near the ocean, where I can hear the waves each morning. Add emotion. I want to live near the ocean, where I can hear the waves each morning and feel calm every day. These imaginative sentences help you speak more freely. Let's build another one someday. I hope to start my own business. Add explanation. Someday, I hope to start my own business because I want more freedom. Add detail. I want to create something that helps people and also challenges me to grow. This kind of thoughtful expression makes your English sound mature and confident. Now let's practice describing future routines, something that appears often in English exams, job interviews, and everyday conversation. Repeat next week. I will start a new habit. Add detail. Next week, I will start a new habit of walking every morning. Add motivation. I want to feel healthier and more energetic throughout the day. Add expectation. I think it will make a big difference in how I feel. Now, let's shift to future storytelling. A very advanced but exciting skill. Future storytelling allows you to create imaginary scenarios without pressure. Let's build one together. Start with next Saturday will be a relaxing day. Expand it. Next Saturday will be a relaxing day. I plan to sleep in a little. Add activity. After that, I might go to a cafe and read for an hour. Add atmosphere. I imagine the weather will be warm and quiet. Perfect for taking a slow walk afterward. Add emotion. I'm already looking forward to it because I really need a peaceful day. This technique makes your English flow like natural speech in movies, podcasts, and conversations. Now let's practice another future scenario, one that involves social interaction. Repeat after me tomorrow evening. I will have dinner with my friends. Add context. Tomorrow evening, I will have dinner with my friends at a small restaurant near the river. Add expectation. We haven't seen each other in a while, so I know we'll talk for hours. Add emotion. I always feel relaxed when I'm with them. This kind of expressive future description is common in everyday English. Next, we'll practice future with uncertainty. Something native speakers express all the time. Repeat. I might go shopping later. Add reason. I might go shopping later if I have enough time after work. Add possibility. If not, I'll probably just stay home and watch something. Or, I'm not sure what I'll do this weekend. Expand it. I'm not sure what I'll do this weekend. But I might take a short trip somewhere. Add curiosity. It would be nice to explore a new place. Now let's practice future with conditions. Using if a structure every fluent speaker uses daily. Repeat if it rains tomorrow. I will stay home. Add detail. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home and read a book. Add emotion. Honestly, a quiet rainy day at home sounds pretty nice. Or try this, if I finish my work early, I'll treat myself to something good for dinner. Adding emotion makes even simple sentences feel natural. Next, we'll practice future goals. One of the most meaningful topics to talk about. Repeat after me, I want to speak English more fluently. Add reason. I want to speak English more fluently because it helps me connect with people. Add personal meaning. It opens doors and makes me feel more confident in myself. Or my goal is to travel more. Add detail. My goal is to travel more and learn about different cultures. Add emotion. It's something that fills me with excitement. Let's do one more in the future. I hope to build a life that feels balanced and meaningful. These types of future expressions are powerful and deeply human. Before ending this section, let's do a complete future practice exercise together. Repeat slowly. Tomorrow will be a productive day. I plan to wake up early and start my morning with a short walk. After that, I'll spend a few hours studying English so I can keep improving. In the afternoon, I might visit a cafe to read or work on a project. And in the evening, I hope to relax with a warm drink. I'm looking forward to a quiet, refreshing day. This is real, natural, everyday English, now. Let's move into another major part of real-world fluency, describing your opinions, thoughts, and personal views. This is one of the clearest signs of a confident English speaker. When you can express what you think and explain why you think it, you become more engaging and more natural in conversations. Let's start simple. Most learners respond like this. I like it. It's good. It's interesting. These answers are correct, but too short. Native speakers almost always add a reason or a feeling. For example, I like this movie because it feels real, and the characters are relatable. Or I think this restaurant is good because the food tastes fresh and the atmosphere is cozy. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly, I like studying English. Add a reason. I like studying English because it helps me express myself more clearly. Add emotion. It gives me a sense of progress, and that motivates me. That is natural, everyday English. Next, let's practice expressing dislikes politely. Since native speakers rarely say, I hate it in normal conversation unless they feel strongly, they prefer softer, gentler expressions. For example, I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I don't enjoy crowded places very much. It's not really my style. Let's practice. Repeat. I don't like waking up early. Add a reason. I don't like waking up early because I always feel slow in the morning. Add emotion. It takes me a while to feel awake. This kind of expression feels natural and polite. Now, let's expand into expressing balanced opinions. Something native speakers do very often. For example, I think working from home has benefits because it saves time, but it can also feel a bit isolating. Or learning a language is challenging, but it's incredibly rewarding. These balanced sentence patterns make your English sound thoughtful and mature. Let's practice one together. Repeat slowly, I enjoy traveling. Add balance. I enjoy traveling because I love discovering new places, but long flights can be tiring. Perfect. Now, let's work on expressing uncertainty. Another natural part of English that learners often ignore. Native speakers rarely speak in absolutes. They often say, I'm not sure, but I think maybe, it could be, I'm still deciding. Let's practice. Repeat. I'm not sure what I want to eat tonight. Add a detail. I'm not sure what I want to eat tonight, but I'm thinking about something warm. Or, I think maybe we should leave earlier. Add a reason. I think maybe we should leave earlier because traffic gets heavy at this hour. These are natural, everyday patterns. Now let's move into expressing agreement and disagreement politely. Another vital skill. Native speakers often say, I agree with you. I see your point. That makes sense. Or if they disagree, I understand what you mean, but I see it differently. I'm not sure I agree with that. That might be true, but... Let's practice. Repeat. I understand your point, but I think the other option is better. Add explanation. I understand your point, but I think the other option is better because it feels more practical. This type of expression appears constantly in work discussions, friendships, and even daily conversations. Now, let's expand to describing your personal preferences with natural phrases, instead of just saying, I like or I don't like. Native speakers say, I prefer, I usually choose, I tend to, I enjoy, I'm interested in. Let's practice. Repeat slowly. I prefer quiet places when I need to focus. Add reason. I prefer quiet places when I need to focus because background noise distracts me. Or I tend to stay up late on weekends. Add detail. I tend to stay up late on weekends because I enjoy having extra time to relax. These phrases show natural fluency. Now, let's move deeper into describing thoughts and reflections. The kind of language you hear in English podcasts or interviews. Native speakers often use phrases like "I've been thinking about." I realized that. One thing I noticed is, "I've come to understand that." Let's practice. Repeat. I've been thinking about improving my daily routine. Add insight. I've been thinking about improving my daily routine because small habits really affect my mood. Add reflection. One thing I noticed is that even a short walk makes my day feel better. This is the type of thoughtful English that makes you sound expressive and confident. Now, let's practice describing your feelings in a deeper and more natural way. Beyond happy or sad. Native speakers describe emotions with cause, effect, or physical sensation. For example, I felt relieved after finishing the project. I was a little overwhelmed today because I had too much to do. I felt proud of myself for staying focused. I was frustrated because things didn't go as planned. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly. I felt nervous before the meeting. Add reason. I felt nervous before the meeting because I didn't know what questions they would ask. Add reflection. But once it started, I realized it wasn't as difficult as I expected. Perfect. Now, let's try connecting feelings with situations. Something native speakers do naturally. For example, I felt relaxed sitting by the window with a warm drink. Or I felt disappointed when the event was canceled because I had been looking forward to it. Let's try one more. I felt grateful today because someone helped me when I really needed it. Now, let's explore explaining simple opinions about everyday topics, a very common type of conversation. Topics like food travel technology, weather study, exercise work routine, entertainment. Let's practice with food first. Repeat slowly, I think homemade food is better than fast food. Add reason. I think homemade food is better than fast food because it feels healthier and tastes fresher. Now travel, I prefer traveling by train. Add explanation. I prefer traveling by train because I can relax and enjoy the scenery. Now, exercise, I believe regular exercise is important. Add reason. I believe regular exercise is important because it helps both the body and the mind. This is natural, effective fluency. Now let's combine everything into a short, fluent opinion story, just like a native speaker would share. Recently, I've been thinking about how important balance is in life. I enjoy being productive, but I also realized that taking breaks helps me stay focused. For example, when I take a short walk outside, I feel calmer and more energized. So now, I try to include small moments of rest in my day because they make a big difference. Simple, natural, real. Before finishing this section, let's do one more practice drill expressing your preferences with details, reasons, and feelings. Repeat slowly. I like quiet mornings because they help me start the day peacefully. I prefer having a warm drink, usually tea, while I plan my tasks. It's a small habit, but it makes me feel grounded and ready for whatever comes next. Perfect. Now, let's take your fluency to a higher level by exploring something many learners struggle with: describing abstract ideas. Abstract ideas are things you can't see or touch, concepts like success, confidence, kindness, motivation, freedom, or happiness. Being able to describe these naturally is a key skill of advanced speakers. Let's begin with a simple idea: confidence. Most learners say confidence is important, but native speakers often expand ideas with explanations, examples, and reflections. Try this. Confidence is important because it helps you take action even when you feel unsure. Add more depth. It's not about being perfect, it's about believing you can keep going. Let's practice together. Repeat slowly. Confidence grows when you practice something regularly. Add explanation. Confidence grows when you practice something regularly because you start to trust your abilities. Add reflection. And the more you trust yourself, the more naturally you speak and act. That is real, natural, meaningful English. Now let's practice with another idea: success. Most learners say success means achieving goals, but native speakers often describe success in personal, emotional terms. Try this for me. Success means feeling proud of the progress I make, even small steps. Add depth. It's not only about big achievements, but also about learning and improving every day. Add a reflection: I think success feels different for everyone, and that's what makes it personal. This is how you express complex ideas naturally. Now let's practice describing happiness, another abstract concept. Repeat slowly. Happiness is a feeling of comfort and joy. Add example. For me, happiness is enjoying a calm morning or laughing with someone I care about. Add nuance. It's often found in small, everyday moments. Notice how this description feels warm and relatable. Now let's explore kindness. Most learners define it simply: kindness is being nice. Let's take it further. Kindness is choosing to be gentle and understanding, even when the day is difficult. Add depth. It's the small acts like holding a door open or listening carefully that make a real difference. Add reflection, and the more we practice kindness, the more connected we feel to others. Now you sound thoughtful and expressive, just like a native speaker. Next, let's focus on describing motivation, another abstract but common topic. Repeat after me. Motivation is what pushes us to keep going. Add explanation. It comes from wanting something better for ourselves. Add personal insight. For me, motivation often appears when I remember why I started in the first place. These are natural, podcast-style explanations. Now we're going to go deeper by practicing abstract descriptions with structure. A simple three-part structure native speakers use is: define the idea, give an example, share a personal reflection. Let's practice this with the idea of learning. Repeat slowly. Learning is the process of discovering new skills and understanding. Add example. When I learn a new English phrase, it feels exciting because I can use it immediately. Add reflection. I think learning becomes easier when we stay curious and open-minded. Beautiful, natural English. Now let's work with change, another abstract idea. Repeat. Change is a natural part of life. Add example. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable, like starting a new job or moving to a new place. Add reflection. But change also helps us grow in ways we don't expect. This kind of speaking is deeply fluent and meaningful. Now, let's expand into values ideas that represent what is important in life. Native speakers often talk about values in everyday conversation, especially in deeper discussions. Let's practice with the value of patience. Repeat slowly. Patience means staying calm even when things take longer than we want. Add example. For example, learning English requires patience because progress happens step by step. Add reflection. I've realized that patience actually makes learning more enjoyable. Now, let's try the value of gratitude. Repeat. Gratitude is the act of noticing the good things in your life. Add example. It can be as simple as appreciating a friendly message or a warm cup of tea. Add reflection. Practicing gratitude helps me feel more positive, even on difficult days. This is real, conversational English. Next, we'll explore explaining your beliefs, something native speakers do often. Start simple. I believe that good communication can solve many problems. Add explanation. When we listen carefully and speak honestly, misunderstandings become smaller. Add reflection. And I think communication builds stronger relationships over time. Now, let's practice describing hope, a very emotional, abstract idea. Repeat slowly. Hope is the feeling that things can get better. Add example. It appears when we imagine a brighter future for ourselves. Add personal meaning. For me, hope gives me energy to continue improving. Again, all simple but deeply expressive. Now let's shift gears and practice expressing your perspective on life, which is very common in English podcasts and conversations. Repeat. I think life feels easier when we focus on what we can control. Add example. For example, I can't control the weather, but I can control my attitude. Add reflection. This mindset helps me stay calm. Let's try another perspective. I believe balance is important. Add explanation. We need moments of productivity, but we also need rest. Add reflection. When I balance both, I feel healthier and happier. Now you are speaking in natural, mature English. Next, let's practice a powerful fluency drill, building an abstract explanation from a simple sentence. Start with this. Learning English takes time. Now expand. Learning English takes time, but every small step matters. Even practicing for a few minutes can help you build confidence. I've noticed that consistency is more important than perfection. When I practice regularly, the results become clear. This is exactly how a native speaker would express something meaningful. Let's try another with the idea, success requires effort. Expand it. Success requires effort, but the effort teaches us valuable lessons. Each challenge helps us grow stronger and more capable. And in the end, success feels more meaningful because we worked for it. Natural, thoughtful, expressive. Before we end this section, let's practice one full abstract reflection. Combining definition, example, emotion, and insight. Repeat slowly. Kindness is one of the most meaningful qualities a person can have. It doesn't have to be big or dramatic. Sometimes it's as simple as smiling at someone who looks tired or offering help when a friend feels overwhelmed. These small moments create connection, and I believe the world becomes a little brighter every time we choose kindness. This kind of English is incredibly powerful, and now you can express it too. Now, let's continue building your fluency by stepping into one of the most powerful areas of English storytelling through everyday events. You already learned how to describe objects, people, emotions, and abstract ideas. Now it's time to combine everything into natural, smooth, podcast-style storytelling, the kind native speakers use when they share their day or explain something meaningful. We'll start with simple daily stories, then move into deeper, more expressive storytelling. Let's begin with a very ordinary event running late. Most learners say something like, "I was late today," but native speakers naturally expand the story. Try this. This morning, I woke up later than I planned. I rushed around trying to get ready, and for a moment, everything felt chaotic. Add a small action. I quickly grabbed my things and headed out the door. Add environment. The street was already busy, and the cool air helped wake me up. Add emotion. Even though the morning felt stressful, a part of me knew it would be okay. Do you hear how simple, natural, and engaging that sounds? Let's practice this together. Repeat slowly. This morning, I woke up late, and the whole house felt quiet. I hurried to get ready, grabbed my bag, and walked out the door. The cool air outside helped me calm down. This is the rhythm of real-life storytelling. Now let's move into unexpected events, a common storytelling element native speakers love to share. For example, I was walking to the bus stop when it suddenly started raining. Add detail. I didn't have an umbrella, so I covered my head with my notebook and kept walking. Add emotion. At first, I felt annoyed, but after a minute, the rain actually felt refreshing. Add reflection. It reminded me that sometimes small surprises can change the mood of the whole day. Let's practice another scenario. Repeat after me. Yesterday, I dropped my phone on the floor. Add reaction. My heart stopped for a second. Add detail. I picked it up slowly, praying the screen wasn't cracked. Add relief. Luckily, it survived with just a tiny scratch. This is everyday English simple, natural, expressive. Now let's build a complete, smooth mini-story step by step. Start last night. I couldn't fall asleep. Add detail. I kept turning from side to side, trying to get comfortable. Add environment. The room was quiet, but my mind kept thinking about everything I needed to do. Add action. So I got up and made myself a warm cup of tea. Add sensory description. The warmth of the cup in my hands made me relax. Add closing emotion after a few minutes. I finally felt calm enough to sleep. This is the exact type of storytelling native speakers use without thinking. Now, let's go deeper into describing sequences of actions, a skill that helps you speak longer without stopping. Most learners break stories into short, disconnected sentences. But fluent speakers create flow. I finished work, grabbed my headphones, and went for a walk while listening to music. 3 actions in one smooth sentence. Let's practice, repeat. After lunch, I washed the dishes, wiped the counter, and opened the window to let some fresh air in. Try another. In the evening, I cooked dinner, watched a short video, and relaxed on the couch. This is how to sound fluid without rushing. Now, let's practice slowing down the moment. A storytelling technique native speakers use to build emotional connection. Here's a basic sentence: I saw a beautiful sunset. Let's slow it down. I saw a beautiful sunset yesterday. The sky turned a deep orange, and the clouds looked like soft brushstrokes. Add emotion. For a moment, everything felt peaceful. Practice this style. When I reached the park, the sunlight was fading and the air felt cool against my face. A soft breeze moved through the trees, and I felt completely present, just enjoying the moment. This is fluent descriptive storytelling. Now let's apply everything to storytelling about interactions with people, which often makes stories more engaging. Start simple. I talked to my neighbor today. Expand. I talked to my neighbor today while we were both checking the mail. Add detail. She told me she had just returned from a trip. Add emotion. She looked tired but happy. Add reflection. It was just a short conversation, but it reminded me how small interactions can brighten your day. Let's practice another. On my way home, I held the door open for someone. He smiled and thanked me, and even though it was such a small moment, it made me feel warm inside. This is authentic, human English. Now let's try a more dynamic story, something involving motion, sound, and reaction. Repeat slowly. While I was cooking dinner last night, I suddenly heard a loud noise outside. Expand. I turned off the stove and looked out the window. Add detail. It was just a group of kids playing in the street. Add atmosphere. Their laughter echoed through the neighborhood. Add reflection. The sound reminded me of how simple and joyful childhood can be. This is the kind of deep, vivid storytelling that engages listeners. Now let's practice storytelling from your perspective, using thoughts and feelings. Try this. This afternoon, I took a moment to sit quietly by myself. I closed my eyes, listened to the sounds around me, and let my mind settle. Add thought. I didn't realize how much I needed that moment. Add reflection. It made me appreciate how important it is to slow down sometimes. These reflective sentences make your English rich and meaningful. Next, let's combine actions, environment, and dialogue. A powerful combination for storytelling. Try this. Earlier today, I was standing in line at the grocery store when a little girl in front of me turned around and smiled. She held a small stuffed toy and said, "This is my favorite." Her mom laughed softly, and for a moment, everyone around us seemed to relax. This type of story requires no high-level vocabulary, just simple, human details. Now let's do a storytelling drill combining everything you've learned: actions, emotions, senses, reflections, transitions, atmosphere. Repeat slowly. After I finished work today, I decided to take a short walk. The evening air felt cool, and the sky was turning pink. I put on my headphones and listened to some soft music. As I walked, I noticed the trees gently moving in the breeze. It made me feel calm, and for a few minutes, I forgot about everything I needed to do. This is fluent speaking, not fast, just smooth. Before we complete this section, let's practice one more extended natural story. Just like you would hear on an English learning podcast, last weekend, I visited a small cafe I had never tried before. When I walked in, the smell of freshly baked bread filled the room. I ordered a cup of tea and sat near the window. Outside, people were walking slowly, enjoying the sunny afternoon. I spent almost an hour there, writing in my notebook and listening to quiet music. It was such a simple moment, but it felt meaningful. Sometimes, the smallest experiences stay with us the longest. This is real, beautiful English, and now you can speak like this too. Now that you've practiced describing daily events and natural stories, let's move into another essential area of fluency, talking about the future in a smooth, confident, native-like way. Being able to describe future plans, goals, dreams, and imagined situations helps you sound expressive, thoughtful, and genuinely conversational. We'll begin with simple future plans and slowly expand them into richer, more engaging descriptions. Start with a very basic sentence, "I will study tomorrow." Let's expand this naturally, the way a native speaker would. "I will study tomorrow morning because I want to finish the chapter I started today." Add another layer. "After studying, I plan to take a walk to clear my head." Add a reflection. "I think tomorrow will be productive if I start early." Do you see how a simple plan becomes a full, interesting description? Try another one with me. Repeat slowly. "Tomorrow, I will go grocery shopping." Add detail. "I want to buy some fresh vegetables and fruit." Add context. "I've been trying to eat healthier this week." Add emotion. "I actually enjoy shopping early in the morning when the store is quiet." This is natural, everyday English. Now let's practice talking about future routines, something native speakers discuss often. Start simple on Monday. "I will start a new schedule." Expand it. "I want to wake up earlier and spend a few minutes reviewing English before breakfast." Add a goal. "My goal is to make learning a small part of every morning." Add a feeling. "I'm excited to try this because small changes can make a big difference." Now let's go deeper by describing upcoming events. Begin with the basics. "I will visit my friend next week." Expand it. "I haven't seen her in a long time, so we plan to catch up over lunch." Add detail. "We're thinking about going to a cafe near her office." Add emotion. "I'm really looking forward to spending time together." This natural, friendly tone is exactly how native speakers talk about the future. Now let's practice describing hopes and dreams, which is another very common topic in everyday English. Start simple one day. "I want to travel abroad." Expand it. "I'd love to visit a place with beautiful nature and peaceful scenery." Add sensory description. "I imagine waking up to the sound of waves or the smell of fresh mountain air." Add emotion. "Just thinking about it makes me feel inspired." This is expressive, engaging English. Now, let's introduce future goals, an important part of English-speaking conversations. Start with the core idea. My goal is to improve my English. Expand. I want to speak more confidently in real conversations. Add method to do that. I plan to practice describing my day and telling stories. Add reflection. I know it will take time, but I'm excited to see my progress. Now let's shift into imagining the future, which opens unlimited opportunities for description. Start with one day. I hope to live in a quiet place. Add visualization. I imagine a small house with a cozy living room and sunlight coming through the windows. Add sensory description in the morning. I would drink coffee outside and listen to the birds. Add emotion. It feels peaceful just imagining it. This is how you bring imagined scenes to life. Now let's practice future predictions, something native speakers do casually all the time. Start simple. I think tomorrow will be a busy day. Expand. I have a few tasks I need to finish. Add expectation, but I think everything will go smoothly if I stay focused. Add reflection. Some days feel busy, but they always pass faster than I expect. Let's try a different kind of prediction, something more personal. I think next year will bring a lot of positive changes. Add explanation. I want to work on myself, learn new skills, and stay healthy. Add emotion. I feel hopeful when I think about the future. Now let's explore imagining unlikely or fun situations. Using what-if sentences very natural and common in conversation. Try this. What if I woke up tomorrow and spoke English perfectly? Add playful detail. I would probably call every English-speaking friend I know just to talk. Add humor. I might even record a podcast episode just to hear how fluent I sound. Try another. What if I could travel anywhere for free? Add detail. I would choose a city I've always dreamed of visiting. Add emotion. Just imagining it makes me smile. This playful language is extremely common in natural conversations. Now let's move to describing future routines in detail. Something useful for job interviews, study plans, or personal goals. Start with the base. In the future, I want to build a steady study routine. Expand it. I plan to spend at least 15 minutes practicing English every morning. Add purpose. I want to make English a natural part of my daily life. Add emotion. It feels motivating to imagine myself improving day by day. Now let's shift into a deeper, more vivid future description, something like a narrative or vision. Repeat slowly. One day, I imagine myself working in a place where English is used every day. Add environment. I picture myself speaking confidently with colleagues, answering questions smoothly, and sharing ideas clearly. Add emotional payoff. It's a future that feels exciting and achievable if I keep practicing. Now, let's practice longer imagined scenarios, like a mini future story. Start with, in a few years, I hope to travel with my family. Expand. I imagine us visiting a new city, walking through markets, and trying local food. Add sensory details. I can almost smell the fresh bread from a street bakery and hear the sound of people chatting around us. Add emotional detail. It feels like a warm, joyful memory that hasn't happened yet. This is fluent descriptive imagination. Now let's practice another future story, this time shorter but very vivid. Repeat. One day, I want to wake up in a quiet home near nature. Add detail. I will open the window and feel the cool morning air. Add sensory detail. I'll hear birds singing softly outside. Add purpose. It will be the perfect environment to start my day with a clear mind. Now, let's introduce a conversational skill, future reactions, how you might respond when something happens. Try this. If I finish all my work early tomorrow, I will reward myself with a relaxing evening. Add detail. Maybe I'll watch a movie or enjoy a cup of tea. Add feeling. It will be a nice way to end the day. Now let's try one more future reaction. If I feel tired tomorrow morning, I will take a short break and breathe deeply. Add explanation. I want to remind myself that slowing down is also part of progress. Now, let's practice a more advanced future description using conditional language. Repeat. If I keep practicing English every day, I will become more confident. Add reasoning. My brain will get used to thinking in English. Add reflection. And with time, speaking will feel more natural. This is exactly how native speakers describe effort and outcome. Before we close this section, let's do one future visualization exercise. The type used in English podcasts to build fluency and emotional connection. Repeat slowly. In the future, I want to live a life that feels simple and meaningful. Add detail. I imagine waking up early, enjoying a calm breakfast, and starting my day with confidence. Add purpose. I want to keep learning, helping others, and growing at my own pace. Add emotion. When I imagine this future, it inspires me to keep moving forward. This is truly fluent, expressive English. Now that you can describe the future clearly and naturally, let's move into another powerful area of fluent communication expressing thoughts, opinions, decisions, and reflections. These are the things native speakers talk about every day: what they think, what they believe, what they value, what they are unsure about, and how they make choices. Mastering this will make you sound mature, expressive, and deeply connected in English. Let's begin with expressing opinions in a natural, thoughtful way. Many learners start with something simple like, "I think this is good." But natural English adds explanation, context, and a feeling. Try this. I think this is a good idea because it feels practical and easy to follow. Add a deeper layer, and I believe it will help me stay consistent. See how the sentence becomes more meaningful. Let's practice another one. Repeat slowly. I prefer studying in the morning because my mind feels clearer. Add detail. Even a short session helps me stay focused throughout the day. This is natural, real-life English. Now let's practice describing doubts or uncertainty, which native speakers do all the time. Start simple. I'm not sure. Expand. I'm not sure because I don't have all the information yet. Add reflection. I think I need a little more time to decide. This type of soft, careful English is incredibly common in conversations. Let's try another. I'm still thinking about it. Add detail. I want to make the right choice. So I'm taking my time. Add emotional nuance. I don't want to rush into something I'm not ready for. Beautiful, natural English. Now let's explore expressing agreement and disagreement politely, a key conversational skill. For agreement, I completely agree because your point makes a lot of sense. Add personal connection. I've had a similar experience, so I understand what you mean. For polite disagreement, I see your point, but I feel a little differently. Add reasoning. For me, I think a slower approach works better. This is how native speakers stay respectful and clear. Now let's move into expressing personal beliefs, an important part of advanced speaking. Try this. I believe people grow the most when they face challenges. Add explanation. Difficult moments push us to discover strengths we didn't know we had. Add reflection. And even though challenges feel uncomfortable, they often lead to meaningful change. This kind of expression shows depth and fluency. Now let's shift into describing emotions in a more complex way. Instead of saying, I'm sad or I'm happy, you can describe what's happening inside you. Try this. I feel a little overwhelmed today, but I'm taking things one step at a time. Or, I feel calm right now, like everything is finally slowing down. Or, I'm excited, and I can feel the energy in my chest. These expressions are natural, emotional, and real. Now let's move into describing relationships, another common topic in English conversation. Start simple. My friend is supportive. Expand. My friend is very supportive. She listens to me when I'm stressed and always gives thoughtful advice. Add warmth. I feel comfortable talking to her because she understands me. Try another. My coworker is patient. Expand. He explains things clearly and never gets frustrated, even when the tasks are complicated. Add reflection. Working with someone like that makes the day much easier. This kind of description makes your English sound personal and genuine. Now let's practice expressing decisions, something native speakers talk about constantly. Begin with, I decided to start studying English every evening. Add reason. I feel more focused at that time of day. Add what you hope for. I think this routine will help me improve faster. Try another. I've decided to take better care of myself. Add detail. That means sleeping earlier, eating healthier, and giving myself time to relax. Add motivation. I want to feel stronger and more balanced. Now let's move into explaining your thought process, a very advanced fluency skill. Start simple. At first, I didn't know what to do. Add thought. I thought about the pros and cons. Add action. Then I took a moment to breathe and look at the situation calmly. Add conclusion. After thinking it through, I realized the answer was simpler than I expected. This is reflective, mature English. Next, let's practice paraphrasing at a higher level, expressing the same idea in different ways. Start with, I'm tired. Paraphrase. I feel drained. My energy is low right now. I need a moment to rest. I've had a long day, and my body feels heavy. All mean the same thing, but each has a different tone. Let's try with I'm happy. Paraphrase. I feel great today. I'm in a good mood. I feel light and positive. Something about today just makes me smile. This flexibility makes conversations smoother and more natural. Now let's go deeper by combining paraphrasing with expansion, something many English podcasts teach. Start. I'm stressed. Expand and paraphrase. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed because there's a lot on my mind. I'm trying to manage everything, but I need a moment to breathe. I know it will pass, but right now, things feel heavy. This is emotionally rich, nuanced English. Now let's practice expressing preferences. Another everyday skill. Start simple. I like quiet places. Expand. I like quiet places because they help me focus. Add detail. When I'm in a calm environment, I can think more clearly. Add reflection. I guess I just enjoy having a peaceful atmosphere around me. Let's try another. I prefer working in the morning. Expand. My mind feels sharp and active at that time. Add reflection. By the afternoon, I usually feel a little slower. These small additions create natural conversation flow. Now let's practice expressing values, which native speakers discuss often. Start. I value honesty. Expand. It makes relationships stronger. Add meaning. When people are honest, communication becomes easier and more open. Let's practice another. I value kindness because it creates trust and connection. Add reflection. Even a small act of kindness can change someone's day. Now, let's explore expressing hopes. Start simple. I hope I improve soon. Expand. I hope I improve soon because I want to express myself more clearly. Add emotion. It would feel amazing to speak without hesitation. Add motivation. And I know that if I keep practicing, it will happen. Now, let's bring everything together with a full reflective monologue, like something you'd hear in a native English podcast. Repeat slowly. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about how I use my time. I want to spend it in ways that feel meaningful. That means learning, resting when I need to, and staying connected to the people I care about. I know I won't get everything perfect, but I'm trying to make small choices that feel right, and I'm learning to appreciate the progress I make, even when it's slow. This is fluent, expressive, emotionally intelligent English. Now, let's practice another extended piece, focused on personal growth. I've realized that the more I challenge myself, the stronger I become. Even small challenges like speaking English for a few minutes each day teach me something. I'm learning to stay patient, to celebrate small wins, and to stay kind to myself. Growth doesn't happen overnight, but every step brings me closer to the person I want to be. This type of speaking melts together description, emotion, opinion, and reflection, the highest level of fluency. Before we move to the final section, let's end this part with one more powerful drill. Describe your thoughts about today. Repeat slowly. Today, I tried to stay focused on what truly mattered. I slowed down when I felt stressed, and I reminded myself to breathe. I learned a few new things, and I'm proud of the effort I made. Even if the day wasn't perfect, I'm ending it with gratitude. This is clarity. This is fluency. This is natural English. Now that you've explored how to describe your thoughts, your opinions, your decisions, and your reflections, let's take one final step together before we end this lesson. I want to guide you through one powerful, full-length fluency exercise that brings everything you've learned into a complete, natural flow, just like a real conversation in English. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and imagine you're speaking to someone you trust, someone who listens to you with patience and interest. We'll start with something simple your day. Repeat slowly. Today has been a meaningful day for me. I tried to stay present and appreciate the small moments around me. Now add detail. I noticed the warmth of the sunlight in the morning, the sound of people walking outside, and the quiet feeling of the afternoon. Add emotion. Even though the day wasn't perfect, there were moments that made me feel calm and grateful. Now describe a thought. I've been thinking a lot about how important it is to slow down and notice what's happening in front of me. Add a reflection. It's easy to get lost in plans and responsibilities, but sometimes the simplest moments bring the most peace. This is natural, reflective English, the kind you hear in real conversations, not textbooks. Now let's extend the description even further by connecting the past, present, and future. Repeat slowly. Looking back, I can see how much I've grown over time. I used to feel unsure of myself, especially when speaking English. But now, I'm learning to trust the process. Add emotion. Each small step gives me confidence, even on days when progress feels slow. Add future meaning. And when I imagine the person I'm becoming, I feel hopeful and motivated to keep going. This is deep, natural storytelling. Now let's practice describing a meaningful value, the idea of progress. Repeat. Progress doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet, slow, and almost invisible. Add detail. It might be the way you handle stress more calmly, or the way you express your thoughts more clearly. Add personal connection. For me, progress often appears in those small moments when I realize I'm speaking without translating. Add a closing reflection. And even though these wins are small, they remind me that I'm moving forward. Now let's move into the final guided practice describing your hopes in a confident, fluent way. Repeat slowly. In the future, I hope to speak English with ease and comfort. Add detail. I want to express my ideas naturally, join conversations without fear, and understand people even when they speak quickly. Add emotion. I know it will take effort, but I'm excited about the journey. Add a belief. I truly believe that consistency and patience will help me get there. Now let's connect everything into one continuous flow. This is your final fluency exercise for today. Repeat after me. I am learning to describe the world around me with more detail and confidence. I can talk about objects, places, people, and my everyday life. I can share my feelings, my memories, my hopes, and my dreams. I can explain my thoughts, my opinions, and the things that matter to me. Every time I speak, I'm building new pathways in my brain, and every small effort I make brings me closer to fluency. Now add a soft, reflective closing. I'm proud of how far I've come, and I'm grateful for every moment I spend learning. English is becoming a part of my daily life, and with each new word, each new sentence, I'm growing more confident. This is just the beginning, and I'm ready for whatever comes next. This final paragraph is deliberately crafted to sound natural, grounded, and emotionally engaging, perfect for the final minutes of a long English learning podcast. Now, let's close the video gently and naturally without breaking the emotional connection. Repeat slowly. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this lesson helped you understand how to describe anything in English with clarity and confidence. Remember, fluency isn't about speaking fast. It's about expressing yourself fully. Keep practicing. Keep describing the world around you. And keep believing in your ability to grow. Add a warm farewell. If you enjoyed this practice, don't forget to subscribe to English in Motion and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. We post helpful English learning videos every day to guide you step by step toward fluency. And finally, take care of yourself, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next lesson.